Alright guys, we are here with the Energy Random. We'll get a 7 or higher. Sorry about the late start. I was having a lot of trouble getting Streamlabs to log in to Facebook, so I apologize for the tardiness. It's going to be your energies here. So the energies are just the energy in the pack for, I think James is the only guy that hasn't been in a Pokemon break. So you're still going to get a lot of cards, all cards ship. Don't have to worry like, oh, I got water, so I can't get a Charizard or anything like that. It does not matter. Literally, it's based off the pack energy. Right after the first couple packs, you'll be like, oh, okay, I understand. This one, I don't have the bins next to me, so everything will actually stay on the table. Let's see what else I wanted to do here. Alright, I'm going to do the list, so I'm going to switch over to this. I'm going to hide the break list for right now. I'm going to update the break list here in 1 second. Let me get the camera focused too, and then we'll get it rolling. I do appreciate you guys. Sorry for a little bit of a later break. It was the first day my wife was back at the school the full time, so I was just trying to spend some time with her because I came back from the shop late. I was waiting for Lorcana to come in. I didn't get a lot of Lorcana. We can break it if we want. I can break like a case of essentially what are Elite Trainer boxes and Lorcana if you guys want. I'm not really sure what the product looks like, so I don't really know how to break it. Like, I don't know if you would do like character letters or whatever else. What was I going to say? But anyways, like I said, let me get this list loaded in here and then we'll get rolling. Good luck to everybody. But yeah, Lorcana did come in. The new Pokemon expansion has been announced at least, not released yet, obviously. What in the heck? There we go. All right, don't save. Boom, there's the break list. Let's get rolling here. Like I said, I appreciate everybody getting into the Pokemon break. I actually really enjoy breaking Pokemon. I think it's something a little bit different for the group. The kids love it. I personally like it. We have 3 boxes. Here we go, man. Capricorn Jr. here. Project 2020. Ben Baller the card. We're going to have Astral Radiance, Silver Tempest, and Obsidian's Flames. Tomorrow, I probably won't post Pokemon because I have to be somewhere really early. I might post something, but I don't have the boxes to take the picture. But I want to do something with Lost Origin and Obsidian Flames. I might do like Lost Origins, Scarlet and Violet, Paldea Evolved, and then Lost Origin maybe. It'd be a little bit cheaper than what it is right now because the Paldea Evolved boxes are definitely a little bit cheaper. We're going to do Astral Radiance first on the booster box. I'm going to wrap up with the Obsidian Flames just because it is the newest set. On top of it is the quickest to go through, so if you're tired of watching me, And be like, man, turn this off. I'll watch them later. Not that you should be tired of me, because I'm awesome. No, I'm joking. Let me bring this up. Where's the break at? All right. I know we have James in here. We'll get James. Tag anybody. Boomer's probably still marlin fishing or something in the middle of the night. Rob Gervin. Yeah, I know we have James in here. We'll get James. Robert. Petty. There we go. And let's get Gary. The only Montanian in the group. Might be the only Montanian that collects sports cards. Anyway, we have Astral Radiance here. And that's going to be the from Sword and Shield. Obviously, good luck. Let's say 36 packs in this. The Astral Radiance doesn't have a huge chase per se, but they do have a lot of solid, like that $15 to like $45 range of cards. Obviously, the Silver Tempest, you're going to be looking for Lugia, however you want to say his name. The Obsidian Flames has the Charizard. So I like Astral Radiance because I like the card art a lot from it, me personally, as well as the depth of the set. Like I said, not as top heavy as some of the other sets are. It's kind of more like Sword and Shield base set in the sense of it's deep. Paldea Evolve is actually a pretty deep set too. I know people aren't in love with it, but it's actually a relatively deep set. We got Rob Gervin on Lightning. And we're going to get to Basculin and Regice. I'm actually going to set up the stands here. That way I have the size all the way open. Stack the cards. Lightning is going to be over here. I hope everybody had a good week, good start to their weekend. Hopefully we can get some baseball stuff filled tomorrow. That'd be nice. Two, 3, 4. I have water, and that's going to go to James, his first pack. Popping his Pokemon Break Cherry. We got Magnezone and Might Yenya. Hey, how are you doing, Gary? You guys are Mountain Time out in Montana, right? Or does it depend where in the state you're at? I know it's a big state landmass wise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Darkness going to Robert Petty. We get our first full art. We're going to have Abomasnow and Regigus. No, just see, it's like the good old lawnmower talk right there on the reverse hollow. It's the first time I've seen this Abomasnow in a while. We haven't broken a ton of Astral Radiance, but nice little full art. And which one of his cards is Darkness? I'm gonna try some stuff with art. I mean, I'm gonna try to push the breaks that are open. I think they're well-priced mixers, but I'd love to get that 2-caser filled. We have Leaf going to Gary. That's going to be Combi and Cleaver. I did not count cards. I just literally did one. This is not a new set. It's still yellow border, so you got to count 4 cards into the energy. We got Fighting going to Boomer. The Pokemon Connoisseur now. I was going to say, we're going to have a Calyrex, Alternative Art, Ice Rider, and Gallade. A lot of people have Calyrex. I have a whole bunch of Calyrex decks if you guys want them, I was going to say. Just to get them out my shop. If you want a Calyrex deck, battle deck, let me know. Do them for $10. No extra shipping. Can just ship out with your order. I'll just say, I think they're selling them for like $15 on TCG Player. They were part of a bundle, and literally I just have so many they take up space in the shop. I was actually going to do some giveaways probably in the shop if I can get a little bit more walking in clientele about like somebody that buys a booster box whenever month at the end of the month giving away like 3 of the battle decks just because they just take up so much space. That and the Pokemon trainers. That's how the distributor gets some of the crappy stuff. They'll give you some older booster boxes if you take some of the stuff that just clogs up your store. We have Metal right here going to Boomer. Switch Cart and Avalugg. At least the Pokemon stuff looks cool to display. It's not like card boxes where it's like, here, you take this Heritage. Take 2 cases of Heritage. We'll give you a box of Immaculate Baseball. The good old days of when the distributors controlled everything. Terrible. Yeah, so far you fit the Abomasnow, Robert. Everything else, the Calyrex Alternative Art is Boomers. It's really been the only 2 hits so far. Only a few packs late. We have Fighting, and that's going to be going to Boomer. And Regirock, and we're going to get some Rainbow. Maybe not Rainbow, just V-Star. I thought it was Rainbow because of the light. I thought we were going to get a Rainbow card, but it is just in Origin form Palkia V-Star. Going to Boomer. I thought we were going to get one of the Rainbow cards. In the Fighting slot. I mean, I was late too, Robert, so I can't really blame you at all. I'll just say, I'm not saying my wife had her first day of work, so I was just trying to spend some time with first day back like a full schedule at the school, so just trying to spend some time with her because I was at the shop late waiting for the Lorcana stuff to get delivered. They got in the morning, the UPS guy showed up at 9:30 in the morning. Dropped off 2 boxes. He dropped off the 2 boxes of Immaculate Collegiate Football, and then he dropped off the box that had all the supplies for Lorcana, but no cards. So I had to go to UPS because they said they called the manager. Nobody ever called. The manager never calls you back. We have Gallade and Regieleki. So I had to go over to the UPS distribution center and go talk to somebody about sending him back my way before he was done for the day. And he did it like the end of his route because obviously like I was in the beginning of his route, so the way he set it up was to not be in my area afterwards. And then I didn't get a lot. But I'll let everybody know for Lorcana, if you really, really want it, buy it. But don't worry, don't FOMO out on it because I promise you they're printing another print run. I will personally have a lot more of it. A lot of other people have a lot more of it. The price should go down. And the first print run is no different than the second print run. It's still going to be Chapter 1. So you don't have to worry about there being first edition or whatever else. There's none of that. In my opinion, they butchered the release. This is going to Water and James. We're going to have Teddiursa. And here's the Rainbow Lilligant V-Star on the Water going to James. I have some ETBs. I can break it. I will be honest with you. I don't know how to break it because I don't know. I have to look at the set. So I have to find where it's actually released at and how I can divide it as equally as possible. Other than just being, all right, here's a box and here's a pack for everybody. I can probably do personals of it. It wasn't my normal UPS driver. I was going to say that's the problem. It was a guy that wasn't his normal route. Because my guy doesn't show up till 11. Luckily, I was there at 9:30 when the other guy tried to come. The normal guy comes at like 11:30. This guy was there at 9:30. Because he had to take part... Like, what they did is they divide up my normal guy's route on Fridays between 3 people. So he took, like, my portion of the route. We have V-Star, so this will be random off-camera Radiant Greninja. And Garchomp V on the V-Star. Nice Garchomp. So, yeah, it wasn't my normal guy. But yeah, it had a case of the box he didn't deliver had a case of booster boxes for Silver Tempest and a case of booster boxes for Lost Origin on top of the 8 ETBs for the ETB. We have Darkness. The ETBs are, I can't think of what the actual what they're actually called. They're not called Elite Trainer box, obviously, but what's equivalent to an Elite Trainer box in Pokemon is what I got. 8 of them. That's all they allocated me because essentially, if you're not a Play Store, you didn't get allocation. Typhlosion and Overquill. But in September, the end of September, the second print run comes out, and I know for a fact I have 24 booster boxes coming. Plus, because I'm actually nice to people and not a dick to the guy that's my account manager. He actually, anytime somebody doesn't pay for their stuff, I'm like the first person he hits up. Because he knows I'm smaller. Because he has like some really big guys that obviously they get so much they don't need. They're not going to be like, I'll take the extra. I mean, they'll take the extra 4 boxes or whatever, but like it doesn't affect their bottom line, nowhere near what it could affect mine or make my store grow. So he always hits me up right away. Plus, I don't give him shit about paying. Like there's people that dodge and duck them to pay. We have Rapidash and Overquill. So he normally hits me up. So I'm hoping that there'll be people that don't pay because there's a lot of people that didn't pay for their Magic Commander Masters at their pre-order. So when that happened, I got. Like, that's how I ended up with 34 booster boxes of Obsidian Flames rather than the 24 I had. Was he sold me, like, some other guy's allocation because he didn't pay for his Commander Master, so they took his allocation away. We have Metal going to Boomer. I have Kamado and Magnezone on the reverse holo. Which is, I mean, it's not crazy. Like if you order something and you know it's due by a certain day, you should just kind of make sure you have the funds for it, or slap it on a credit card and figure it out later. But yeah, a lot of people over-ordered Commander Masters thinking it was going to be a big hit, and then Wizard of the Coast just decided to bend everybody over sideways. I don't know if anybody heard about what they did. I mean, I can explain if anyone's actually curious about Magic. This is going to Gary on the Leaf. We have Featherball and Miltank. Also, reverse haul on the Miltank, by the way. Also, for baseball, they did load in my Bowman Chrome. I know for a fact I'm getting at least 5 HTA cases and 5 hobby cases. I'm going to ask for more. Probably going to ask for 15 and 15. I don't know if we can handle that much. We'll find out. That's for sure. We have Water going to James Krause. We have Basculegion and Rapidash. It's going to the Water and James. We can get a V-Star here. It's going to be randomed off. Later, we have Grant and Mamoswine. Rob is like, just order all. Well, apparently, I don't have a checklist for Bowman Chrome, but I heard that there's this guy, his name's Salas, that's supposed to be in it. He has an older brother. I heard the kid's a little good. I'm not really sure. I've never heard of him. Plays in the Padres minor league system. No clue who he is. So people just keep talking about him. We have Lightning going to Rob Gervin. It's going to be Phalanx and Arita. On a Lightning. This is pretty dope art on the Rapid Strike. Full art right here on the Phalanx. Phalanx. I know who Ethan Salas is. It was more of a joke. I was gonna say I have a lot of his brother. I wish he'd pan out like Ethan. Damn Jose. I was gonna say, James, I know you've been in the group for a while, but I'm actually like a big for Bowman Draft. I actually started doing videos. I just ended up running out of time to finish doing them, and I literally broke down every single prospect that's on the checklist of division. I think I didn't do like 2 of the divisions or 1 of the divisions. I just didn't have time to edit the videos. I recorded them. I just didn't have time to edit them because it takes a while to edit the videos. I'll probably do at least a write-up of the Bowman Chrome stuff when it comes out. We have Darkness, Robert Petty, Hoot Hoot, and Leafeon. Hopefully we can crush Bowman Chrome, though. We did really well with regular Bowman. Absolutely murked Topps Chrome. Hopefully we can continue that streak. We do have Pristine and Topps Chrome Cosmic before the Bowman Chrome releases, but it's not draft picks. It's whoever they sign international. We have Fire going to Robert Petty. On top of there will be Pilliswine and Sneasler. From what I heard, there will be Suzak and Zach Geloff for the A's in there. 2 guys that didn't sign in 2023 Bowman that just had base and parallel. Should have their just autographs in there. Geloff for sure. I heard a rumor that Susak also signed. I'm not 100% sure. That one I could not verify. My rep at Fanatics is not a big baseball guy. He's actually a big basketball guy. So yeah, I'll just say he's not helpful whenever I start asking him about prospects. In that sense, great, super helpful. Answers my questions right away, but yeah, Yoshida should have a second signature. Or no, Yoshida should have rookie autograph signatures. They also added some parallels for guys like Babe Ruth has his first Bowman in there. I was going to say because, he needs a first Bowman. We have Puccinia and Arcanine. Look, in fairness, I saw you breaking with other guys, and I was like, I don't think this guy deserves a Yoshida from me. I don't know what to tell you. I know you were chasing Yoshidas other places. I also need to find out fellow James Krog or whatever. He hasn't answered me what his address is. He paid me for the player break. There's like 4 dudes that paid me for the player break that I don't have their address, and then they haven't answered me. We have Lightning Rob Gervin. We have Spicy Season Curry and Regidrago. I don't appreciate being cheated on, so if we're not gonna have an exclusive breaking relationship, I don't have to pull you big cards. I'm also one of the breakers. I just don't really carry break anywhere else. In the sense of if you want to break somewhere else, by all means. I know I'm nowhere near big enough to satisfy some of you guys' urge to break cards. The Spicy Curry card is actually only really expensive in India. He says that I'm screwed with Boomer. Why do you guys think I always pull Boomer all the good stuff? No, Uxie and Sneasler. I'm trying to just figure out how much Bowman Chrome I can get to because I know people want to do personals or want to do cases or whatever else. I want to be something a little bit different than some of the bigger guys and actually offer a well-priced rip and ship on release day for baseball products if I can get enough of it. The problem is so far we haven't had enough of it. Bowman we did because both Boomer and Tom Scarberry both did get a case of Jumbos. Bowman, normally I can get enough of it to where I can do personal cases or personal boxes relatively easily. We're going to have Fire. That's going to Robert. But some of the stuff, it's hard. We have Frostmoth and Lilligant going to Robert Petty. Lilligant V. Let me see if I can get a little extra fire energy here. I think the full art in this set is just very, very good looking full art. Like not necessarily the full art on the V Maxes or the Vs or the V Stars, but this full art on like the base set. Oh, there's Mitch coming out of his slumber. He must have sniffed that there was tribute in the breaks. He sniffed it out, said, "I got to show up and see what's going on." I do still have personals of Archives and Soccer if anybody's interested. Metal, the prices on Soccer probably won't go up much higher than what they are. Yan Mega and Regirock. As in, I don't see them going above $195, which was what pre-order was. I think it was pre-order was like $199 from Topps before they released it. I think everybody's at like $215 or $250 now or something ridiculous. We have V-Star. We have Rufflet. And Roxanne. So another V-Star with a full art. Nice little random. Curious to see the English run for 151 has the Pokeballs on it, which makes the cards a little bit more valuable as it's one per box. I mean, the V-Star spot gets allocated, random off to everybody, so everybody gets a chance. We have James on the water, Drifloon, and Miss Magnus. Also, I know I don't mention it enough because obviously I like breaking and seeing what the cards are. But if anybody ever needs any packs or boxes of Pokemon or anything Pokemon related, just let me know and I'll get you a price. And I don't have to break it. I have Darkness. That's going to Robert. And I gave away what the card's going to be. Temple of Sinnoh. And Rampardos. Good old Dino. Have Leaf, Decidueye, and Basculegion. Have Lightning. Going to Rob, Chatot, and Registeel. Fighting. Going to Boomer, that's going to be Mischievous. And we have Samurott V-Star said, I'm just a fan of the art in this one. I'll just say, I don't know how it's not a more popular set compared to some of the other ones around it. That was what I was fighting. I think it's because maybe they printed the set to death. I don't think they did though. I know they printed Calyrex stuff to death, and maybe that's why. Because Calyrex was one of the big chases in the set whenever it came out. If I remember right, we have Robert Petty, Quillfish, and Darkrai. We've seen a lot of Darkrai and Obsidian Flames. I mean, so SGC is quick. The only problem with that I have with SGC is their prices are too high. They're not running specials. Like, how can you run a $9 special, but regular times you're like $18 for bulk? It just doesn't make sense to me. The Calyrex is pretty decent. The Rainbow Lilligant you hit, I think, might be the biggest chase in the product or one of the bigger chases. Lilligant in general sells well. We have Psychic. I can give you a website to look up the prices afterwards. Hippowdon and Glaceon. Yeah, I mean, the special with Chrome, it makes sense, but it's just, okay, you can do $9 cards, but why are you doing it, why are you doing $18 cards when it's not Chrome? It doesn't make sense to me. It just shows that they're overcharging, like they're tattling on themselves. We have Metal for Boomer. We have Drifbloom and Bastiodon. Have Water going to James. It's going to be Noctowl and Ursaluna. Like, it just doesn't, like I said, it just doesn't make sense to me from SGC standpoint. Like, I have a whole issue with that. Like, at least with PSA and Beckett, you know it's expensive going in. Like, you're just like, yeah, like, that's probably what they charge. Like, even if they run a special, their special's like $15 compared to $19. And it's a monthly different special. We have Leaf for Gary, and that's mostly just to ramp up those certain types of cards for that month. Glameow and Vespiquen. I can get you a total together. I haven't counted the number of cards I have because like I said, I'm dropping it all off Monday in the morning. I'm gonna prep everything Sunday night. Because I have other stuff. I have some Pokemon I was gonna submit anyway, so I'm just gonna put it together. Radiant Hawlucha and Thievul. Well, Robert, you don't owe money till they pop anyway. I'm going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt to start. We'll do it that way. Until it gets like really big, then I'll probably have to take payment up front. But pretty much to gain trust in me and trust my abilities to be able to get cards graded in a timely manner and well, I'm going to have people, I'll do everything and then I'll pay for it up front. And then people have to pay me when I get the cards back. So I can mail them back. So I can mail them to you. I mean, but as soon as people start taking advantage of it, I'm not going to... which is all the same reason I haven't been super strict about filling out the Excel spreadsheets, but I'm going to fill them out for some of the guys that left their cards here. Like, I'll fill one out for you. We got Silver Tempest here. I'm going to fill one out for, like, Robbie Coleman, just so you guys know what cards you have. But in general, I'm going to make it a requirement where people need to fill out their cards. Unless they leave the card with me, I'll fill out the Excel spreadsheet and send it to you. But it's more so, A, you know what cards I have, and B, you kind of agree, like, yeah, that you agree that I'm submitting your cards or whatever. So it's not like this guy submitted my card and I told him not to, if that makes sense. It's to cover both of us. We have Fire and Robert Petty, only because I've had guys ask for their cards back. We have Vulpix and Metagross going to the Fire spot and Robert Petty. I had someone tell me to take all their hits out to get them graded, then they hit a big card in their own personal boxes, asked for all of their hits back, and then yelled at me for not shipping their cards right away from a personal break. I was just saying, I was like, it was just base, so I figured any of the base cards, like even if you're building the set, you'd be okay sending it with your break, like with break stuff. Because he was like, I got a break that broke after my personal, and I was like, yeah, because you told me to take out the hits, so I was like, I figured the next break, like the next, set of breaks that came up, I was just going to ship your base cards with it to just save on packages. Clag and Armaldo, and then somebody else backed out. Yeah, no, I mean, so obviously that's why I'm going to send you the Excel spreadsheet. I'm not going to send base in. I was going to say, I send base in for myself to sell in the shop or have like cheap slabs. Like I sent a good bit of Jackson Holiday First Bowman, Chrome, and Refractors to PSA, hoping I can get like a 70-30 split on 10s to 9s. We're going to have Psychic for Boomer, Primordial, Alter, and Arcanine. But I wouldn't send your base stuff unless you told me to send base cards in of certain people. Like I am sending in some like Corbin Carrolls for people and some Adley Rutschmans and Gunnar Hendersons. For different individuals, because they're just fans of those players or those teams and they want them to keep or maybe to resell. I don't know. Psychic going to Forest Girl and Amoongus. Yeah, some people said they've been really inconsistent, so I'm mostly going to try to lean into, I'm going to be honest with you, even for sports cards, I'm mostly going to try to lean into CGC. I just think the price is better. The quality of the slab is nice. I do think the value eventually gets closer to PSA than people think, for sure. And the turnaround's faster. We have Metal going to Boomer. We have Lantern and Arcanine. But I personally like the way the CGC slabs feel, unless they've changed them in the new slab, compared to what the CSG ones were. I think they have like the PSA size with like a better plastic, almost like the Beckett plastic. I don't know how else to explain it. It's almost like they combined the best of the two products and made a superior overall slab. We have Psychic. We have Boomer, but I also know if other people don't think the same thing, it doesn't really matter what I think. We're going to have Clink Clank, and we're going to have Blaziken on the full art VMAX. Going to Psychic and Boomer. Metal. I have Rotom and Fione. Going to Boomer. Water going to James. Be Croagunk and Delphox. Ooh, come Pat. Darkness, Jinx, and Gardevoir. We have Water going to James. It's going to be Fennekin and Ursaluna V. Come on, pack. There we go. We can get V-Star here. V-Star. And we have Smeargle and Metagross. Smeargle, the paint Pokemon. Actually, I think he is actually a paint Pokemon. Colorful palette. No, this is box number 2, Silver Tempest. We're about maybe 10 packs into Silver Tempest. So this is a set that has the Lugia alternative art. You got Leaf. That'd be Dewpider. And Earthian Sealstone. I think that Earthian Sealstone's like a $6 card. I think it's one of the more expensive trainers, if I'm not mistaken, because it's important for gameplay. I mean, I don't know if it's still important for gameplay. I think it depends on your deck, but what do you mean by better package? We have Ariados and Lilligant. Talking about like the packs being more colorful or the consistency or... We have Leaf going to Gary. I have Beldum and Reshiram. Dope looking art. Not a huge card, but nice art going to Gary. Oh yeah, for sure. There's definitely no jumbling around in the packs. Like, fighting, be Slurpuff and Zygarde. We have Fire, be Emolga and Frostlass. Psychic. I have Jinx on the full art and Miss Magius on the Boomer on the Psychic. The only thing that I don't like, so I love card shells things. I had a whole thought. I didn't say the beginning part of it. So I use pretty much all the card shell supplies. Obviously, right now I'm on a case of 55-point Ultra Pros, but that's only because I needed 55 points when Bowman Draft came out. So I ordered 2 cases of it from GTS because card shells was out of stock. Otherwise, I only ever deal with card shells. I have a business account through them. They just make a superior product. But when they ship stuff now, because of the ground advantage, he pretty much glued 3 cases. He's 2 cases of sleeves and a case of CGS, CSG, CGS or CGS, CGC or CSG. Sleeves, Italian Flame, and then Italian Flame again, which I use for team bags whenever it's not a lot of cards. I used a BGS sleeve for a big, a lot of cards, and then for a smaller amount, I use a PSA or CSG, CGC bag, so that there's not as much, the cards aren't sliding around as much, right? And he taped everything together so it's one package. But now it's a pain in the ass because I gotta saw them apart. We have Fighting for Boomer. We have Dendene and Cobalion. Before, he wouldn't do that. He would ship through FedEx or UPS because it was all weight based. But now with the ground advantage, it was all based on the USPS. The prices went up based on how big the package was size wise. They've since changed it to more a weight model, like UPS or FedEx does, and then they're obviously cheaper. So that's what he's been doing now. It's just a pain in the ass. Esper and Dragonite. I got a thing today, and it's just a brick of 3 cases super taped together with packaging tape. I'm why would he do that to me? So word on the street is that one of the this was for thick cards. No, wow, I was that is a huge. Where'd I get? They slipped in a thick card thing for me. Whoopsies. I don't know how that got in that pile. Anyway, we need standard fit, not thick sleeves. Oof. Word on the street is there's 2 of the breakers are getting 100 cases from Topps. So I'm going to see if I can get some more. We have Fire going to Robert Petty. More than the 10 that I have. That's why I said maybe I'll try for 25 total or 30 total. Metatite and Bravery. I don't know if we can do that many. I guess we can limit test ourselves and see where we're at. That way I kind of know how to project myself for draft. We have Water. That's going to be Radiant Alakazam and Keldeo. The Radiant cards do really well if they're graded. Raw, they're not the best card, just so you know, James, because they do have that texture. So they grade well with the texture because it opens them up to surface damage. They sell pretty well. But I will say raw, they're not the most expensive cards. because a lot of people do still play with them too, because I think they're pretty decent. Most of them are pretty decent in the game format. We have Psychic, we have Growlithe, and Mawile V on the full art. It's going to Boomer. We have Metal, B Stonejourner, and Articuno. One of the legendary birds from the 151 Pokemon. I have Water going to James, be Venomoth, and Brandon on the rainbow. I'm not talking about Let's Go, Brandon. Different Brandon. It's a rainbow. James just likes rainbows, man. Not a huge card, but a dope looking card. That would have been one of the female trainers. Probably would have been like a $75 card, but because it's one of the boy trainers, and no one cares. We have Darkness. We have Ralts. And Vulpix V. To Darkness and Robert Petty. Be a V-Star, be Krokorok, and Superior V-Star. Nice looking card. A little bit under 10 packs left in the Silver Tempest. Have Lightning, Radiant Serena, Zarina, and Vizarian. Going to Rob. Another V-Star, and that's going to be Milotic and Zeraora. Milotic full art on the V-Star. There's going to be some nice things up for the randoms. Have Darkness, that's going to be Sunkern, and Regidrago V. Going to Robert Petty. A little burner here. We have Leaf, and that's going to be Fegalith and Incineroar. Going to Gary. Have Lightning, Noibat, and Milotic. Yeah, Fighting, and that's going to be Sandagast and Fione. Three packs left in the Silver Tempest. Fighting, be Venonat and Terrakion. Last two packs, we have Fire going to Robert Petty. We have Regenerative Energy and Victini. Last pack of Silver Tempest. Let's see if we can get some last pack magic here out of this booster. Fire going to Robert Petty. And we're going to get V-Guard Energy and Medicham on the reverse holo. Do get a reverse holo, but not any full art or V-Stars or anything. Now let's get into Obsidian Flame, the newest set that just came out. Charizard chases are in play now. Some other nice chases like Ninetales and Tyranitar full art. There's some other nice chases in here besides the Charizards. You can kind of tell how they changed the like after opening the stuff from Sword and Shield. You can tell the how the packaging has changed a little bit. We have Fire. It's gonna be NK, Malamar, and Scavillion. Did Ninetales price crash? It's unfortunate. I haven't had a chance to look at the prices today. Somebody probably just started buying all of them, to be honest. We have Metal. We have Wiglet, Sinistea, and Thundurus. Metal. It's going to be Surskit, Squovit, and Toxtricity. Fighting. Be Letter of Encouragement, Gita, and Togekiss. Fire, and that's going to be Nosepass, Clodsire, and Darkrai. You have Leaf, and that's going to be Bucell, Baltoy, and Darkrai on the Leaf. I know the full art Pidgeot does pretty well too, but like the full art alternative art, but I'm sure that probably is slowly going down as well. We have Leaf, and it's going to be Mawile, Floatzel, and Absol EX. Going to Leaf and Gary. About an $8 card here. Get it graded. It definitely pops up in price into like the 60s or 70s if you get a 10. At least that's what the prices are right now. I'm sure they'll go down to like maybe a $50 or so card after being graded. We have Psychic. We have Capsakid, Darimaka, and Togekiss on the Psychic going to Boomer. I have Leaf, the Carvana, Lechonk, and Gita. Lechonk, the little piggy that could not stop eating. Going to Leaf and Gary on the full art. Lightning. It's going to be Yungoos, Dratini, and Gita. Water. It's going to be Togekiss, Arboliva, and Sizer. Darkness, that's going to be Lechonk, Froakie, and Palafin. We have Fire, that's going to be Rockruff, Houndour, and Toedscool. For the Fire, going to Robert Petty. Going to James, and we have the Pidgey full art and Entei. So about a $5 to $8 card here on the Pidgey full art. Just like the game, every time you go in a bush, you run into one of them guys. Absolutely annoying. For anybody that plays the video game. fighting, we have Combi, Tojamaru, and Cladle. A metal, and that's going to be Buffalant for room, and Full Art Escu. This isn't the alternative art. That's the one where he's flying in the eye, or in the air. But this is, I think, this is the better of the two looking full arts. Going to metal and Boomer. Or at least from what I saw, the one where he's flying through the air, I believe, is the alternative. I was looking up prices, but I think that's the better looking card if I had a personal opinion. I know it's not as rare, but we have Brawler, Phantom, and Troxtricity. Going to fire. We're going to have Probopass, Oddish, and Sizer. Metal, and that's going to be Bonus Suite, Town Store, and Cheetah. We have Psychic, and that's going to be Cladle, Clefairy, and Togekiss. I have Lightning, that's going to be Rhyme, Ninetales, and Cloth. EX going to Lightning. And Rob Gervin. Sorry, I was on a brain fart of what where Lightning was at on my piles. We have Water going to James. We're going to have Magnezone, Swablu, and Pidgeot EX on the full art. This is not the alternative I was talking about that was worth a little bit of coin there. This one, I believe, is around a $10, maybe a little bit under that card. But nonetheless, a full art Pidgeot. We have Darkness, and it's going to be Larvesta, Togekiss, and Thundurus. I have Leaf, that's going to be Timpole, Toedscruel, and Greedent. Going to Gary on the EX. Good old Chipmunk King here. Darkness, and that's Houndour. Saladit and Toxtricity. Psychic, and that's going to be Eevee, Wugtrio, and Darkrai. Fighting, we have Gloom, Salazzle, and Claydol. I think it's just under 10 packs left in Obsidian Flame, which is actually about that left in the break then, because it's the last box. We have Drillbur, Poppy on the full art, and Palafin. Ooh. Going to Gary. Lightning. We have Toad School, Frogadier, and Thundurus. Going to Rob. Have Leaf. It's going to be Wooper, Stani, and Darkrai. Going to Gary. Psychic. And we're going to get Vulpix. I thought we were going to get a Charizard. We have Artisan on the gold and Entei. Going to Boomer. I thought we were getting a Zard here. Tricked me with a trainer card. Pretty dope windmill art, but I thought we were getting the gold Charizard. I was about to get a little excited. Five packs here left. Metal, and that's going to be my Wild. Palafin on the full art and Palafin on the base, going to Boomer on the metal. Got Water going to James, Lillipup, Rowlet, and Sizer. Water again, and this is going to be Dartrix, Numel, and Claydol. Last 2 packs here. Come on, let's get a Charizard at the end here. That's going to Boomer. Oh, what am I doing? And last pack here. Good luck to everybody. I have Leaf going to Gary, and it's going to be Bunnelby, Smoliv, and Palafin on the base. Let's do a quick recap of the hits. We have some that are V-Stars that I'm not going to go over just because I don't want to take them out of like the order, so I can make sure the proper cards get placed the proper way for the V-Star stuff, so nothing gets mixed up. I'm not going to even take that chance, but there are some nice hits in the V-Star packs. We're going to have Reverum on EX, Palafin Full Art, the Gold Artizone, Poppy on the Full Art, Greedent on the EX, Pidgeot EX Full Art, Cloth on the EX, Escu on the Full Art, Pidgey Full Art, Toedscruel, EX, Lechonk on the Full Art, Absol on the Full Art EX, Regidrago V, Vulpix V, Brandon on the Rainbow, Darkrai V, Sneasler V, Reshiram V, Ursaluna V, and Lilligant V. Sounds good, Robert. We have Phalanx on the Full Art, just one of the doper looking cards in that set. Jinx, Full Art, Frosmoth, Full Art, Samurott on the V-Star, Mawile V on the Full Art, Abomasnow Full Art, Palkia V-Star. We're going to have Blaziken, V-Max on the Full Art, Lilligant V-Star Rainbow, and Calyrex V, and I believe this is his alternative art on the Ice Rider, Calyrex V, and that's going to be the break. I appreciate you guys getting in it. Hopefully you guys have a good night. Like I said, tomorrow, I don't know if I'll post a Pokemon break tomorrow, but the next one is definitely going to be 3 booster boxes again. It's going to be Lost Origin, Paldea Evolved, and Obsidian Flame, and it should be a little bit cheaper because Paldea Evolved is not that expensive right now. So I pay about the same for each of the booster boxes, roughly. Some of the older ones you pay a little bit more for because obviously there's not like an allocation anymore. But roughly the same. So it'll probably be a couple bucks less just because Paldea Evolved and Obsidian Flame are a little bit down. Lost Origin obviously is a little bit higher box. It does have that big chase and then Giratina V alternative art, which is like a $200 card raw. So that's definitely one of the better sets that's out. And the prices have only gone back up after the print run has kind of been starting to dry up some, or the reprint run that they did at the beginning of the year starting to dry up. So appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Be safe. I'll catch you all hopefully tomorrow.